What is going on, my Super Sandwiches? Ramsa here. Today I'm joined by Geekdom 101, and today it is time to make donuts. That line. But
I
Geekdom,
love it.
did you know that line actually came from Toei?
Well, yeah, either Toei or Bandai Namco, because Hit says it in the Japanese version of the game too. But what's mind-boggling to me about that line is that he's referencing an 80s, really old Dunkin' Donuts commercial with this fat, like, cook who's like, he wakes up and he goes, time to make the donuts, and I'm like, why would they even know that? So anybody watching this video right now, a lot of people are young. They probably have never seen this commercial. Go to YouTube and type in time to make the donuts after you're done with this video, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And of course, he's talking about putting holes in dudes like a 50 Cent song with his Toki Tobashi. That's what he's referring to. People are like, this hit like donuts? No, it's
you know what's funny? I didn't know that. I thought donuts was referring to more of like time to like make the dough. But it's actually dope to actually point that out. Time to make the donuts.
Yeah,
well,
like
hey,
50 Cent would say, put a hole in, you know,
Yeah, making donuts is exactly what this video is about, because I got in a huge Twitter debate about a day ago, or whenever this video goes live, a couple days ago. I got into a huge Twitter debate about whether or not Hit could defeat Goku Black. Now, hear me out.
It's been talked about.
It's been talked about a lot, yeah. People have been tossing this out ever since, you know, Black came out. On top of that, with how amazing this arc has been, Hit versus Black has been kind of like the hottest topic in the Dragon Ball world right now. And there's a lot to talk about here. So before we get into the actual debate aspect of it, feel free to share your 2 cents down below, but like hear us out, and feel free to also drop your 2 cents on which side you're on, whether it's a Hit side or Goku Black side. But I brought Geekdom here because I want to make sure that everything is covered here and we don't forget a single piece of detail. So we have all the information on one video, and then you guys can kind of figure out which side you're on. I'm actually on Hit side. This is a kind of a surprise. Really? But there's a couple of key things you want to toss out there. Let's actually talk about the facts first.
Yeah, the anime manga differences, because there are differences.
Well, let's just, for the sake of it, we'll stick with the anime, so it's not as confusing.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like the topics we're going off of, they mix and match within both the anime and the manga side. The first fact I want to toss out there is Hit actually is weaker than Goku. Like, when it comes to power, it's a no-brainer. Hit is weaker than Goku. It's stated several times. Like, even Goku himself says, if I can get a good hit on him, that's a wrap. It's game over. However, the thing is Hit is not a fighter. What is Hit exactly, Geekdom?
Well, he's an assassin. That is true. But I will say this, though. I don't know if I completely agree with you about him not being as strong as Goku. There are implications of that, but
I was going to get into that next.
Okay,
I was going to get into that next. What I was going to say is at the time when they were fighting, he was not stronger than Goku. However, the way Hit's character is designed is he is similar to a Frieza, where he's just a guy that never really like pushed for his potential. And we see as he's fighting Goku, he's getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And the reason why he's never ever realized that he has a lot of potential to tap into is because of the fact that he has his ability to freeze time and just take out his opponents. Like, he's an assassin. That's what he does. He's been doing this for thousands of years. He's over 1,000 years old, as is stated in the series. And he's been doing this forever. But he didn't realize that he has the ability to get stronger and stronger, which is why we see him get more powerful as he's fighting Goku. Now, Geekdom, what was the one flaw that Hit had the entire fight against Goku?
That he couldn't. Well, it's told to us that the problem is that he couldn't go all out. He couldn't unleash his his assassination techniques, whatever they may be, because of the rules of the tournament. You know, the rules of the Tenkaichi Budokai is that, or in this case, the I don't know what the hell it's called in Japanese actually, but it's not a Noyoichi, but it's another Universe 6 tournament. You can't kill your opponent, and so if they were to have a straight up fight, like if Goku and Hit were to fight, and they met for the first time, like on the streets. I hate using that word, but there you go. Hit would have probably just killed him in 2 seconds, because Goku wouldn't have known about time skip, because like the king told him. Yep. And he wouldn't have had anybody to help him, and he wouldn't have had time to even power up that Kaioken. Hit would just boom, over and out like a sniper,
Again, going back to what I said, he's not a fighter. He's an assassin. His job. He makes donuts for a living.
But he does know. Okay, he does know how to fight, because we saw him pull out that Western boxing. So again, we haven't seen this guy in his full potential yet, which is going to be something for the future. I hope.
I want this man to come back. Now, we're not here to knock Goku Black completely, because Goku Black is amazing. And on top of that, it's like Goku's body with Zamasu's genius fight style. There is something there. However, just due to the fact of the nature is that Hit would not fight Goku Black. He would literally kill him. That's why I think it wouldn't exist. I mean, first of all, I'm going to toss this out there. Hit himself says, no matter how strong you get, if I hit you in a vital points, you will die. If he does his techniques, you will die. We saw Goku go down against a simple ray gun in the series. Simple ray gun. Now imagine if you have somebody like Hit, who is a trained assassin. If you really want to, he could kill Goku. With that said, he could kill Goku Black. Now, again, we're not here to knock Goku Black with this entire video.
I do want to also add to your point about how not only does Hit improve physically during his fights, he also his time skip technique also becomes faster. He's pretty much a prodigy. Like we've talked about how, you know, we got Kabe, we got, you know, Goku, all the Saiyans. They all have this Zenkai ability to get stronger, and Goku Black also has that. He inherited it from Goku's body, but it seems like Hit has it even higher because Hit just jumped power numerous times in this freaking in that fight. So it's like. And then we have to think about the fact that no matter how strong he is, he still can't screw around with Beerus or Champa. So think about that when it comes to your scaling. But yeah, I do want to point out that during the fight, the Hit that was fighting at the end of that fight is not the same Hit that started that fight.
Yes, very different. But what I was going to point out is again, we're not here to knock Goku Black in this video because Goku Black does have a lot of potential. Now, if the fighting situation was similar to a tournament where Hit can't exactly kill to win, then it's Goku's Black fight altogether. Because number one, Zamasu's a genius. He would have seen, you know, his time skip after a couple hits and figure out a way to fight around it. Now, a couple people did mention to me that he would know what Hit's weakness is, and I disagree. When Zamasu stole Goku's body, he did not steal his brain and memories. He just swapped, you know, bodies essentially. So with him doing that, he does not regain the memories of like, oh yeah, this is how you fight Hit, by the way. And the other thing that was also tossed out there is when he was watching GodTube, he could have gotten the weakest there. But again, it's not something that you can just look at like, oh, okay, that's just time skip. Because as everybody was watching that tournament, I think the only people who knew what was going on were the Galactic King and Whis. But Whis knows everything, so he doesn't really count.
And probably Vados as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, in order for Zamasu or Black to kind of figure out the weakness against the time skip, what he would have to do is he would have to take a couple of hits first before he realizes, oh, that's what's going on. He's literally freezing time.
Yeah, but guess what? If Hit's going all out and there's not tournament rules, those couple hits means that you're gonna end up in the cemetery, brother. You
that is my point. That's the exact point that I've been trying to push in this debate. Like, listen, when it comes down to pure strength and power, Goku Black is eons, but I would say eons, but he's above our Hit.
And I want to add to that too. He also, we have to point out that Goku. I did a video about this on my channel. It actually did very well, so most people probably already did see it. But if you haven't, I did a video called "How is Goku Black so strong?" or "Why is Goku Black so strong?" And it's because of a combination of Goku's body, because that is Goku's body from Super with all of his power, and the fact that Zamasu's a fighting genius. He was able to adapt to the body, even though Vegeta does state that he's never going to 100% be Goku. Zamasu adapted to that body significantly better than Captain Ginyu, and that's because of the fact that Zamasu is a fighting genius. So yes, he also improved tremendously. But of course, you know, like I've stated before, Zenkais and stuff like that is Toriyama trying to make the fights competitive. There's no sense in power scaling or overly analyzing Zenkais because they don't make any sense. They're just there so Toriyama can have more fights and entertain you. That's it. They don't make any sense.
Yeah. But like I said, if they're fighting to fight, if Hit wants to just basically test Goku Black's power and just have another entertaining fight, he would lose in that situation. Because at some point in the battle, Zamasu or Black would figure out what's going on, and he would probably figure out how to counter Hit. Do you think he could use the Kaioken Blue technique?
I don't think
so. Or I guess Kaioken Rose in this situation. Do you think he'd be able to do that?
I don't think so. I really don't, because I think I think he would also have knowledge of the fact that technique does not really the technique is it's very dangerous is what I'm trying to say. And he's not immortal. Yeah. So I mean, it's one of those things where Hit is really tough. I mean, Hit took the Kaioken Blue Kamehameha and survived and didn't even look like he didn't even look injured, bro. Like, this guy is super freaking strong, and Goku Black is too, but the fact that Vegeta was able to dethrone Goku Black, he's not even as strong as these guys are now. You know, I don't believe he is anyways. I mean, you could even make an argument that with a little bit more training, Trunks might be able to take him down. So I do think that if it was the rules of the tournament, Goku Black might win. Plus, also his knowledge of fighting, he might get a ring out. But if it's a street fight, it's just hard to believe that Hit wouldn't just cut his throat in like 2 seconds. Bro.
And that's only because Hit's not a fighter. Hit is not a fighter. I mean, he knows how to fight. Let me correct myself. He knows how to fight.
He doesn't waste time fighting. He's not. I'll tell you what you're trying to say. You're trying to say that he's not like Goku and Vegeta. Who obsess over the combat. They love getting beat up. He's not or Forrest Griffin, if you want to throw that one out there.
You can probably argue that now, because at the end of that fight, you know, you could tell Hit was getting excited because he was actually challenged for the first time in his life. But ultimately, when it comes down to it, he is not a fighter in that sense. I mean, he might be, but not really. If Hit was put against Goku Black, the first thing that would happen is he would do the time skip and kill him. If for some reason Goku Black survives, his next attack would be more lethal. But basically, by the time Zamasu or Black figures out what the time skip is and how it works, he'd be dead. That's basically what I'm saying. However,
yeah,
Goku Black,
unless he really did his homework, like you said.
Exactly. However, Goku Black still does have. Honestly, I don't think he would have done his homework just because. Zamasu
Well, no, I think he would have because he went to Zuno and he asked Zuno who is Goku.
Yeah,
I
but
think
that wouldn't happen in this situation. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
if
no,
Hit
but
right now. Here's the situation. If it showed up right now in the series, what would happen?
I see.
Kill him.
Okay, that's
Yes.
one scenario. But I'm saying in an alternate scenario, if Zamasu knew he was going to fight Hit, in other words, if they booked this fight for pay-per-view and he knew he was going to fight Hit, he would go and do his research. He would watch YouTube. He would do like any other fighter would, like a Manny Pacquiao would. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. In that situation, Goku Black does have the advantage. But again,
yeah, and that's what we're talking about. Yeah.
The wild card is we don't know what Hit's assassination techniques are and how they will work on him. But we do know that number one, Goku Black is immortal, not immortal, amoral, meaning he can die. So if he does get hit by these crazy attacks, he'll be dead. Two, the one thing that Goku was able to use against Hits to kind of like fight him was the Kaioken technique with Super Saiyan Blue. We don't know how well Zamasu can do it, and you yourself said that you don't think he can do it at all. So
I don't think he can.
If he doesn't have that at all, what does he do?
Even if he could, it's too dangerous because Goku's body was ravaged after that move. Like, let's say you do the Kaioken and it doesn't get the job done, you're done. Like, that's the thing we've learned is that if Kaioken does not work, you're finished. At least that version of Kaioken.
And unlike Goku, who has a low personality, I don't think Hit will let that slide. He would go in for the kill. No, Hit would not let that slide. He'd be like, you know what? You're done. We're dead. We're done.
There's even people who think that Hit could take on Champa. I don't think so because he looked pretty damn scared when Champa had that freaking that sphere of energy. But I would say Hit is probably the strongest non-celestial being that we've ever seen. I would say. I honestly would say that, and especially now after seeing how he improved. And I think the anime, and then we're talking about the anime. The manga, just real quick, the manga did make him weaker. The manga version of Hit is a lot weaker than the anime version. I think the anime version purposely hid his full potential. Protected him is what they call it in the wrestling business. They protected him because we might be seeing him later on. I can't guarantee we will, but they certainly have been protecting a lot of characters.
We'll see him in the tournament.
Oh, yeah, you're right. We'll see him there. I'm pretty sure we'll see him there. But if you notice, Super has not shown off the full powers of Champa Vados, Beerus Whis, Great Priest that all hasn't even fought, and Hit. So it's interesting to think that maybe, that maybe he is the strongest non-celestial being we've seen. I mean,
he is the strongest in Universe 6, and with him being alive for as long as he was, he's obviously good at it. So he's got a track record. Now, one last thing I want to toss out there, just as a wild card, is a time ring. Do you think, this is me asking you, Geekdom, do you think he can actually incorporate that time ring in any way to fight Hit? Because I saw someone else tweet me like, well, won't time skip not work because of the time ring? No, that's not how that works at all. The time ring lets you jump into the future, but the time skip stops time for a couple seconds.
The time skip lets Hit skip time, but the time ring lets you go forward. I mean, it's similar, but the difference is, and we haven't actually been told everything about how the time ring works, but what we know is that the time ring, it doesn't just happen quick. It has to like basically charge up. Like when we saw Goku Black go back in time to follow Trunks early in the arc, the ring was reacting to the time hole and then he went back. So it's one of those things where I think the Tokitobashi is faster. I think that speed-wise, Hit can do it naturally, whereas this guy's got to have a ring. So it's one of those things where I think the time ring would actually be too slow. Again, that's a hard one to answer. We're going to have to take that one to the comments. Everybody's going to have their own opinion. But I think the time ring is too slow, and I think Hit's too fast. I think Hit could skip time faster.
Again, he can naturally just stop time. And think about it. Think about how dangerous a guy who is trained to kill pretty much anyone or anything is being able to freeze time and knock you out. I mean, if this guy wanted to do a Killua movement from Hunter x Hunter and just pull out his heart, he pretty much could. So like I said, there's still a lot of stuff that we haven't seen with Hit because of his mysterious assassination techniques, which were banished from the tournament. But if it came down to it, if Hit fought Black, I'm sorry, Goku Black fans, but he has no chance.
Yeah, here's the way I'm going to say it. If they fought in the streets, Hit would just kill him. It wouldn't even be a fight. If they fought in a tournament and Black was given the proper time to research it, then I think Zamasu would not only train up his body, Goku Black, to get stronger, but he would know about Tokitobashi and figure out a counter. He would figure out a counter.
if he had the ability to basically do his research, he would probably even go to the Super Dragon Balls. he would probably take to that step to like make sure he is protected in every given way.
Well, then that wouldn't even be fair. You're talking about an immortal now. I mean, that wouldn't even be right. But I mean, like,
this is the monster we're talking about.
yeah, exactly. He's a dick. But I'm saying let's pretend that he didn't have the no Dragon Balls, because Hit could do the same thing, bro. Hit could wish himself to be immortal. Then we have a fight that never ends. No Dragon Balls. If they were given time to research, if Zamasu was kind of a sport about this, which he's not, he's a dick. But if he was a sport about it, then I think he would do his research and win the fight if he had time. But if it's just a straight up on the streets, bro,
that's it. Yeah. So just to kind of summarize, Hit would get the kill because he would literally try to kill Goku Black. Goku Black is stronger, but again, no matter how strong you are, if you're this big buff crazy dude and I got a knife and I stab you in your heart, you're dead. Like there's nothing you can do about that. Same situation. Hit may not be stronger than Goku Black or have all the crazy abilities that Goku Black has, but if his assassination techniques are as crazy as he says they are, that's it. It would end in 2 seconds. It won't be a fight. But again, if there's a tournament where it's basically like there's rules, no killing or something like that, that's a whole different game. Whole different game. So I guess in the comment section below, let us know your thoughts on this whole Goku Black versus Hit idea, which side you're on and why, and make sure you add details. Give us the reasons why who you're siding with is the reason why you're siding with that person. And I guess we'll take over there. Geekdom, is there anything else you want to add before we end this?
Not really, man. I think we covered everything, honestly.
I'm honestly really interested to see what the comments say here.
Yeah.
Because
it's gonna try not to be a fanboy. Even if you like Hit or Black, just analyze it from a neutral perspective here.
Like I had a huge debate on Twitter the other day about this, and like there's a lot of good points people made, but there's also a lot that people missed. And you know, the big ones obviously is the fact that Hit isn't really a fighter. He knows how to fight, like I said, but he's not a fighter. He will go into the fight with one purpose only, and that is to kill you. And the only reason why he didn't kill Vegeta and Goku in the tournament is because he wasn't allowed to. He even says, "Yo, I can't kill him, right? Alright, well then I guess, you know, I'll just knock him out." So yeah. And the other thing is also the fact that, you know, the only reason why Goku was able to win, or not win, but survive as long as he did is because he was told what the time skip was. Like he figured, like, you know, he was
told, which is bullshit. It's not fair, bro. It's like, the thing is, though, this makes me, again, even more want a Hit spinoff series because, and here's what I want. I want a TVMA Hit spinoff series. I want this guy to be like Saitama, to where the whole series is him just jacking dudes up in creative ways. Do like
I'd watch it.
Of course. Make it like 12 episodes, 100 Ways to Die, or whatever. Yeah. And that's it, you know?
Yeah. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, let us know your thoughts down below. Which side you're on, Goku Black or Hit, and why. And if you enjoyed the discussion, of course, you can leave a like if you want to as well. But I'm mostly excited to see what the comments say. So give us your evidence, your feedback, and your thoughts on this fight, and who you're siding with and why. And we'll just take it from there. So yeah. I guess we'll see you guys in the comment section below because I just want to see what the comments say. So yeah, we'll see you down below.